Skooma is existence eternal, a doorway into a reality, as it is in its base metaphysical form. But understanding the form of an idea, of which has no physical body, can be incomprehensible to all but those brave enough to indulge. According to House Veteran Bureau of Crime Statistics, a staggering 100% of Outlanders are drug-obsessed criminals. The cruel mistress of fate can give a hand just as easily as a fist. Today, the cruel hand of fate now rests gently upon the shoulders of one single Khajiit, where we will follow the journey of dares to be drug-free in his quest to fulfill the Neverine prophecy, while being a rampant crackhead. For every downtrodden traveler is akin to even the stinkiest pile of garbage, as it could still have a half-eaten Subway sandwich within. This has to be the dumbest thing I've ever written. God, maybe I need to proofread this. My good friend Jib, and I arrive in Morrowind packed up below a moldy deck. I wake up to him going through my pockets, and he feigns worry about my thrashful rest. I promptly remind him of my name before the crashing footfalls of the Imperial soldier approach the room. Jube plays it cool by loudly announcing that the guard is coming. He swiftly sends me on my way, leaving Jube alone in the room to be punished for his blatant insolence. My dark-adjusted eyes explode as I am introduced to sunlight for the first time in months. The guard takes one whiff of me, reeking of an unholy cocktail consisting of Jube and my own urine. He points me to the census office. I approach this man, who kindly reminds me that I am a fluffy, wuffy kitty cat, and make my way inside the office proper.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
I have never done the questionnaire to pick a class, and I've played this game on and off for about 2 decades now. So I figured today was finally the day. I answered them one by one and actually got a class that was pretty close to the playstyle I was going for. Well played, Morrowind. But I create a class anyway and fine-tuned the exact Skooma addict build that I want. Finally ready to begin my life anew, I steal the lime wire platter and everything else not nailed down. I grab Farkoth's ring and steal the warehouse key to get my hands on some delicious contraband. And I lost everything I stole up to this point. So I'm pretty much back to square one, except I got a shank. That should help me shake down some of the locals for drug money. First things first, I stop by Farkoth and tell him I've never even heard of an engraved ring of healing. Then I make my way to the shop and get a bit more properly equipped. Stopping by upstairs to talk to this bully and offer to help take Fargoth's lunch money. Then I make my way out into the wider world in search of fortune, adventure, and skooma. I practice my back alley stabs and some defenseless mudcrabs until I happen across a dead tax collector. Being the upstanding citizen of virtue and reason, I pocket the cash and add it to the drug money fund, and also his pants. You have very nice pants, taxman. My hatred burning hot in my heart, I drop by Farkoth's place on my way back to Seyda Neen and raid his liquor cabinet, then go sell it all to his best friend. And at this point, I'm starting to make up gold for losing the LimeWire Pro platter. I have a pleasant conversation with the locals before beginning my hunt for the nerd's lunch money, and once a shroud of darkness is cast upon the tired hamlet, the target prowls the inky black, cloaked cleverly in a warm glow of a lit torch. Look at him go. Where is he? Fuck if I know. But after this dumbass lights his way to the hollow stump, I hop down and add it to the drug fund. A sun has cycled through the sky, and I can feel it get to me. How long has it been since my lips were last blessed with the forbidden cola? My mind begins playing tricks. I start seeing it everywhere, but no matter how hard I try, I can never truly find it. I start to get angry. The urge to unleash a wave of violence upon Fargoth, the likes of which this sleepy hamlet has never seen, is overwhelming. I need to cool off. So I took a stroll down the cool night road. I am witness to a fucking suicide. My withdrawal-addled brain begins to panic. I grab anything of value off the body, which is everything, and underneath the still warm corpse, I find it, his manifesto. I thumb through it, but I'm left utterly in confusion by the scribbles of a madman. What the hell is a smegma grindset? And what does he mean when he says all wood elf females only want 6-foot-tall alpha nords? I decide it's best if I just toss it in the swamp and bail before the cops show up. As I casually return to the village in an extremely calm and inconspicuous manner, I happen upon a cave settled just on the outskirts. Upon entering the ramshackle door, I am greeted by a kind lady who wants to compare shanks. We took turns showing each other until she went for a nap. Must have been a long day. I steal her sick pants. Sorry, taxman. Delving a bit further, I happen upon a man in his bathrobe, attempting to set me on fire. He gives me the Detroit special, and in a panic, I swing wildly, hoping to hit literally anything in front of me. My genius plan works as intended, and I want to go deeper, but there's just not enough PP left for this move. So I turn back and I take a fat nap right on the cold, hard ground. After I awaken, I liberate the homies and make my way down the stairs. This lady's quick to drop the N-bomb on me, so in return, I'm quick to end her fucking life. And then it happens. It finally happens. The Holy Grail. A shitload of skooma and moon sugar. I proceeded to party harder than I ever had before. I watched the weave of the world unwind around me. Shapes incomprehensible fill my mind, and I sever the tie that holds prisoner my physical form. I am nothing. I am everything. Threads in a complex tapestry, our fates and lives interwoven to tell a brilliant story, and only by unwinding these threads, visible only to the enlightened mind, can one truly reach a perceived free will. After convulsing on the floor and passing out, I awaken in the cave's holding cell, surrounded by a couple dead homies, and a man in all black saying he's with the government or some shit. I'm freaking out, sticky with cold blood and a pounding headache. I decide my best course of action is to start throwing hands. We brawl for a bit until this man gets close to demolishing me, and like any sensible, honorable man, I flee. I try to take a nap outside the cave to regain my energy, but in the hour I was resting, the DEA agent figured out how to open a wooden door. It's pouring, I'm cold, wet, tired, and I just really want some skooma. I run into the Seyda Neen 7-Eleven and pick up a Glock from my main man.
Arel.
And I climb up the biggest rock I could find and begin unloading on the agent until he finally drops dead. Reaping my reward, I put on my snazzy new outfit and decide I've had enough of this horrible little backwater. As I'm on my way out of town, I get myself a parting assault charge and make my escape as any druggie would, through the public transit system. I have been beaten, abused, overcharged, and put into uncomfortable forced social interactions. But the journey is far from over. On the contrary, I have only scratched the surface. How far can I make it in such a callous world while I'm weighed down by my own vices, where it is not expected for me to succeed, and is certain, in the eyes of the world, for me to fail? It's time for the world to know that dares to be drug-free isn't a little bitch. Newfound stars in my eyes and a fresh warrant out for my arrest, I set my view towards Balmora, where I can finally confront my demons and maybe even land a job at the local Target.